Good morning, happy Friday!
Yay!
Welcome to Ozarks Fox AM. I'm Jeremy Rave.
And I'm Maddie Conklin.
Yes, you are.
Yes, you are.
Yes, you are.
All right, I'm feeling a little fierce today. So I have a dress on, and I brought this in because I was cold, and I was like, Jeremy, should I go with this, or should I go with like the little ruffly sleeves? He's like, I think you need to add a little leather jacket to it.
I like it. You're like a pink lady, but in a white leather jacket.
white leather jacket. If anyone wants to get me a pink leather jacket, I am not opposed to it.
Put it on your wedding registry.
Right? They're gonna be like, actually, Mrs. and then Mr.
That would be cute.
That would be cute.
I wore green just because I was thinking about Arbor Day, which I never think about normally. I do love trees. And then Maddie was joking. She goes, I was like, okay, I'll be the green for the tree, and then you're...
I'm mourning the death of all the trees. So he brings the life, and we must mourn the death of trees, because trees are important, as we've learned.
And let's stop forest fires.
Please. Stop illegal cutting down of the rainforest.
Also, quickly, I want to give a shout out. I'm hoping she's watching this morning. We have a new viewer who I met last night, Brenda. Brenda, I hope you're watching. You know who you are. She's an amazing interior designer.
Oh.
She's amazing. We talked the night away because I got invited to a little private party at Prima Terra, which is a giant, beautiful mansion here in Springfield.
Yeah, I just found out about this place. I was like, what?
Yeah. I was there for, it was a great organization. They were raising awareness and funds for students going into engineering and architecture.
Oh, nice.
And Prima Terra is a architectural, like, insane piece of work. So I got to go there a few years ago when it was being built, and I told the viewers about it, and it was still under construction, but still you saw the opulence and the grandeur and the beauty. Right. So then to finally see it in person done, I was
head to toe, it's done.
There
are no more construction.
That was me the whole night.
Yeah.
Well, I found out from my friend Brenda, the interior designer, there's a couple rooms to go. It's huge, but it was, I just was like, oh my gosh, amazing.
Couple more, I mean, that, from what, just the pictures I saw, I wouldn't know what to, I'd have to stay in one room and one room only because I get lost.
Yeah, we did a Google like satellite because again, I was going to take photos. We were not allowed to take photos last night. So that's...
Well, that's a bummer.
I know.
I wanted to see the inside.
It is.
You're talking all this thing. I'm like, well, I need to see some pictures.
Yeah, and I just have to be verbally descriptive.
I can't believe your word. I can't take your word for truth.
What now?
Because in today's age, you need pictures. Like,
I need to prove.
You could say, I met so-and-so. Well, where's the picture? You know, no, I believe you.
But good on them and the interior designers. Brenda Van Epps. I'm sorry, I hope I got that name right. I apologize, Brenda, because you're lovely. We spent the whole night talking because I was picking her brain about design because you know how much I love interior design. And I was like, how did you do this? How did you do that? And she was one of the many designers. Some of the head or other designers were from Dallas. They brought in.
Oh,
Then they went to Italy to pick out the stone.
Oh my gosh.
I was like, what? Yeah, it was a beautiful night. We actually had our event in their wine cellar, which was like bigger than my house.
I feel like maybe whenever you retire, you need to become an interior designer at Prima Terra.
Oh, I thought you were going to say you need to become a billionaire.
Well, that too. I think we all
take it.
I think we all want to become billionaires.
I was like, yeah, but it was gorgeous. And Brenda, I hope you're watching, and we're going to bring positivity. She was saying she was like, oh, I need to find a good morning show that's uplifting. I'm like, well, here we are, Brenda.
Hey, hi.
I love you. I love you. I do want to say something, and Jesse, I mean this with love.
Oh, boy, here we go.
I mean this with love, Jesse.
Okay.
Did you stay up late last night for the draft?
Can you tell?
Well, no, I looked over and I felt bad for Jesse. We were talking about stuff and I look over at Jesse. Jesse's like, he just had this look down. And I was like, I think you must have stayed up late.
I did. Yeah,
You did?
I have, hi, my name's Jesse Inman, and I have an addiction to the Kansas City Chiefs and the Kansas City Chiefs Football Club. Yeah, I stayed up for the draft. Chiefs had the last pick. They picked a defensive end, Felix Amadike Uzoma from Kansas State. He is actually a Lee Summit native, so it was very cool that the local kid got picked with the last pick there in the first round. So there you go.
that your picks yesterday.
Your pick was not.
I was incorrect. Those two guys went before they were gone by the time the Chiefs had the chance to pick. I thought they might trade up, but they stood pat and just let the draft come to them, which is good. Kept all their assets for later today. So the draft continues today at 6 p.m. on ESPN, so you can watch it on NFL Network as well. And the Chiefs have 2 picks today. Picked 63 and 95. So rounds 2 and 3 today. So we'll see.
How
what
many
happens.
rounds is the draft?
7. 7 rounds.
Oh my
so,
gosh.
Yep.
You're
and
gonna be tired for a lot of days.
well, I probably will watch a little bit tonight. And then the last day, I probably will just kind of get the updates on my phone.
Okay, so it's not as important.
It's
the
not
last
as
few
like
days.
big and all of the glitz and glam of the
Grandiose.
lights and all that. Yeah, not grandiose. There we go.
Jesse,
as
quick
the
question.
first
Do
night.
the
Yeah.
Chiefs need good defensive players?
They do.
Okay.
They could always use guys on the defensive line. So, the Chiefs usually are ahead in a lot of games. So it works well to have guys who are rushing the other quarterback when they have to try and drop back and pass. So,
Okay.
try to keep up. So, yeah.
Got it.
And speaking of the Chiefs, who performed at halftime of their big Super Bowl win?
Come on, Rue boy.
Yep. Rihanna. Yeah, that's not the song I thought you were going to go with of hers, but that works too. Good morning, folks. Yeah, so Rihanna will voice Smurfette in the upcoming musical adventure, The Smurfs Movie. That may not have been where you thought I was going to go with that. There it
No,
is.
not at all.
Yeah.
Nope.
The superstar made a surprise appearance at Paramount's presentation at CinemaCon to share her excitement. She'll also produce the film and write and perform original music for it. And the Smurfs movie will be released in February of 2025.
Oh my gosh.
So well in advance here. A lot of people were wondering after she was named as the Super Bowl halftime performer and did her great performance. People were like, well, did we get new music now? Is it time for new Rihanna music?
She's like, nope.
She's like, yes, Smurf music.
Smurf
That's exactly
music.
what you get. So there you go. Rihanna, the Smurf.
Interesting. She seems to be diving all into the Smurf movie and the role. You said she's going to produce.
Yeah.
And then write
Yeah.
and record original music for the.
Yeah.
She's got another baby on the way. When does she find the time? And she's got Fenty. We were just talking about this the other day. The people that have got all these jobs, how do they do it?
Yeah.
And how are they not exhausted? Rihanna, how?
I heard something, I think, on TikTok the other day, so obviously this is true, that millionaires have an average of like 7 streams of income. So there you go.
But how
we
do they
need to
keep up-
get to work.
How do
Yeah.
how do we keep, but then how do they have the glowing skin, the 8 to 9 hours of sleep, the water intake that
You
they
know what
do?
it is, Maddie? It's called money. When you got the money, there's this thing on TikTok that's showing, it's so funny, you would love this. And I'm not saying this is true. It's just a TikTok person who goes, you're not ugly, they're just rich.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like, if you had that money, you could afford
Yeah.
all those things and tricks that they do.
Exactly. But here's the thing. Where do they find the time to go get the money to make their face and everything look good?
I'm just
Making
saying.
their money work for them, I guess.
Yeah.
That's how that
Gosh.
works.
All
Make
right.
it work.
There you go. Well, the first round of performers for the 58th Academy of Country Music Awards has been announced. So country music fans, listen up. Lineup includes Dolly Parton. She's going to be the host, and she'll world premiere a single from her upcoming rock album because she was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. So she'll be putting on her rock chops for that. And Lainey Wilson, I would say maybe the fastest rising star in country right now is Lainey Wilson, 6-time nominee. And you'll see Kane Brown, Miranda Lambert, of course, Dolly Parton and Garth. They'll host the ACM's May 11th on Prime Video, and that's taking place in Frisco, Texas.
Oh my gosh, in Frisco?
Frisco,
Oh my
baby.
gosh, Frisco. I cannot even tell you. I've talked about
Yeah.
Frisco on the show. When I was growing up in Dallas, Frisco was considered the country.
Well,
Dallas has expanded so much, Frisco is now the place to be in Dallas. And they're building that theme park there now in Frisco, too.
I don't know what that was.
I don't know what that
Clogged or something.
I love it, though.
Or what I have just done.
I'm just happy you took away from me staring at the screen like this. When we came back, I had my mouth open. I'm like, are you looking at?
Well, and Lainey Wilson, one of the performers there, is going to be at the Ozark Empire Fair this year. So there you go. Got a chance to see her on
Jesse,
TV.
can I put you on the
So,
spot?
Sure can.
What is she singing? Is there anything we'd know?
Heart Like a Truck is one of her popular songs. She's got one with Hardy, who's a country singer. You guys aren't country people, are you? You don't like country music?
no, it's not
It's
we
not
don't
that
like
we don't
it.
like it. I
You
just
just
don't
don't.
listen to it.
Diet
Yeah.
Coke.
A lot about it? Okay.
Violence.
I can't believe that I actually know this stuff because I'm not a massive country music fan myself, but I just happen to know some of these country songs.
Good for you,
so
Jesse.
Nice.
So I like music. It's great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Post Malone.
Hey, Post
Ayo.
Malone. New song, Chemical. Listen to it. It's got
Oh,
some
eh.
curse words, but that's fine. Just don't play it around the kids. So, yeah.
There we go.
Anyway, so good luck transitioning from that.
Yes.
There you go.
Chemicals. Any chemicals?
There you go.
Chemical
All right.
Any
Post
chemical rain
Malone.
falling from the sky, Tom? I don't
Tom.
know. Transition.
I don't know what to say.
Hey, chemical, we're seeing a little bit of H2O.
Oh, yes, Tom
A
Schmidt.
little bit of water.
All right.
Nailed it, Tom.
That's close enough. That's close to a chemical we're going to see today.